First of all, I want to write a program where user should say hi to continue with execution. To run the program, user will have to say hi, then only we will ask him any further questions. Okay? All of you have paid the fees? There is one Miss Sonia Vadva. You have paid. So the job over here is the user will have to say hi or please or whatever to continue with the execution. If we will give him a trial for 3 times. We will say hi. If he doesn't say hi, we will not accept. कैसे करोगे? यहाँ तो हम उसको बताएंगे एटलीस्ट. Hello, say hi. This is the message that we will display. How the user should react? Like we normally say enter 2 numbers and user will enter 2 numbers. Like we are saying here that say hi. Yeah, user will have to type hi. Hi exclamatory mark. तो हाँ, तो कैसे एक्सेप्ट करोगे आप? Choice. Where will you accept his input? In some string? And then I will also have counter which is initially 0. Have you understood the job first? User will have to type hi. If he types anything else, we are not going to proceed further. So we accept his answer in S. What next? What next? I will keep on asking him the same question until he types hi. How will you check that? User input is stored in array S. User input is stored in array S. And you will have to compare that. So you will say while strcmp s with hi. What does strcmp return? लिखा है ना हमने ये. strcmp will return 0 if the 2 strings are equal. And if it returns non-zero, that means the strings are not equal. Okay, so we will say while strcmp is not equal to 0 and cnt is less than 3, we are giving him 3 choices. So as long as the given string is not high and counter is less than 3, we will go back and say hello, say hi. The way to come out will be either user will type high, or we are giving him 3 choices. All the 3 choices are over because every time counter is getting incremented. Every time counter is getting incremented. Outside we should check if CNT equal to 3. If CNT is equal to 3, then, or any way you can check it. If CNT is equal to 3, then exit 0. Will terminate the program. We are giving him 3 choices. If he doesn't type it, you can check the condition as less than or equal to 3, and if it becomes 4, then terminate. So 3 choices are properly used. But this is when we want user to say hi. So we are even saying that you say hi, I will continue with the execution. Even when next time it is run, user will have to say hi, otherwise आगे जाएगा ही नहीं program. कुछ और भी type किया तो it will terminate. Okay. Why I am discussing this program is in scanf, if I say hi, what does it mean? printf में ये लिखा तो it will print the message. scanf में ये लिखने पर what does it mean? It means that user will have to type the same string. Otherwise scanf will give you error and program will abnormally terminate. There will be a message कि program terminated because this input is not given. Doing almost the same job, but there is no second chance. Like anything that you type in scanf should be inputted as it is. If you give the format, then the value will be accepted, whether it is %d, %f or so. If you write something, that's why I was insisting every time that whenever you write scanf, write it as %d, %d, don't give any space, any comma, anything like that. Just put them one after the other. If you give space, then user will have to give the input through space. If you give comma, user will have to enter the values separated by comma. Space won't work. Are you getting me? If you by chance give \n, it will always create a problem. It will accept one extra value, one extra enter sign. So we normally don't give \n, but you can very well use comma. In that case, user will have to separate the values by comma. Enter etc. will not work. Space will not work. If you write something like scanf a equal to %d, comma b equal to %d, %a comma %b. In that case, while giving the input, user will have to type a equal to 25, comma b equal to 36. Enter. Small a नहीं चलेगा, small b नहीं चलेगा. इसी तरह से इनपुट देना होगा. कॉमा मिस किया नहीं चलेगा, बीच में a इक्वल टू के बीच में स्पेस दिया नहीं चलेगा. But a good work, if you really use it effectively, then no one else can run your program, because all these rules are to be followed while inputting. आपके सिवा कोई आपका प्रोग्राम रन नहीं कर पाएगा. because you know that you are supposed to give the input in this format. You know that ये scanf में मैंने अभी यहाँ मैसेज दिखाया था, हेलो से हाय. ओके, अगर मैं ये मैसेज ना दूं तो यूजर विल हैव टू टाइप दैट मैसेज, जो कि मैंने दिखाया भी नहीं है. इट विल एक्ट लाइक अ पासवर्ड टू योर प्रोग्राम, क्योंकि वो पासवर्ड दिए बगैर प्रोग्राम विल नॉट गो अहेड. यू टाइप एनीथिंग एल्स, इट विल टर्मिनेट. आपको नहीं लिखना है कुछ भी कोड, आपको सिर्फ स्कैनफ लिखना है. गेटिंग इट? यूजर विल हैव टू टाइप दैट पर्टिकुलर पासवर्ड, जो कि हम उसको प्रिंट करके दिखाएंगे नहीं. ये तो ठीक है, ये दिस एक्सरसाइज वाज अ डिफरेंट थिंग. वी वांटेड यूजर टू इनपुट हाई, एंड सो वी हैड डन इट थ्रू द स्ट्रिंग कंपैरिजन. दिस कैन बी डन डायरेक्टली. दिस इज द एक्सपेक्टेड इनपुट. इसके सिवा कुछ भी दिया, वन एक्स्ट्रा स्पेस, इट विल टर्मिनेट. Got it? So this will act like a password. This will act like a formatted input, comma. This will act like a more formatted input here. Then the user will have to specify it in the same manner. Got it? Make a note. Normally, even at the B level, if I ask somebody, as can I write scanf into bracket double quotes hi, is it valid? So 90% of the students say no, this is not a valid statement. This is a valid statement. Out of the remaining 10%, if I ask them if it is valid, what is its effect, they cannot explain. One of the important statement. Why you were not there on the day of strings? So what is there to understand that? You were there on that day or not? Yes. So if you tend to forget every previous lecture, I am not here to explain everything again. On that day I had clearly explained the difference between scanf and getS. If you don't open the notebook when you go back home, that cannot be my problem. It's not a video course that you can rewind me anytime and I can start from that point. Is it not? If it would have been taught before you join, I am ready to explain. But if you are present on that day, then it straight away means that in last 15 days you have not seen the notebook and you have never implemented the code that I am writing here. Then what for you are wasting your parents' money here? There was clearly written that scanf will always terminate on space, whereas getS is capable of accepting the string with spaces. And so all the problems that we did for counting number of words, etc., we were using getS and not scanf, because scanf can take up only one word at a time. getS is a function similar to getCh. getCh will accept only one character, whereas getS will accept the entire string till you enter. All that we had discussed on that day. Incremental operator. Plus plus. which we have never discussed up till now. Till today, in every program, here I have used it for the first time. Otherwise, if you have really written down whatever I have written up till now, I was strictly writing +1 because I did not want to discuss this plus operator. Now, what is this plus operator? Is it covered in the colleges? Or it simply means that I plus plus means increment value of I? Do we have something like plus I? Yes, we have. This is the prefix operator and this is the postfix operator. When they are written independently, their effect is same. When they are written independently, that is, this is the only statement, this is a valid C statement. If it is only the statement that you write something like I plus plus or plus I, both of them will mean the same thing, I equal to I plus 1. First case. Suppose I have value of I as 4 and I write something like j equal to plus I and I write j equal to I plus plus. Then after this statement, value of I will be 5. The question is, what is value of j after this? In this case, what happens is, prefix होने के कारण first it will increment and then it will assign. In this case, after this operation, I will be 5 and j will also be 5 because you are first incrementing and then assigning. Whereas here, j will pick up first value of I will be 4 and then I will become 5. Effectively, after this, I will remain 5. I will be incremented. Postfix होगा तो after the use of that particular variable, it will be incremented. This will be first it will be incremented, then assigned, then used. Okay. Something like this is not valid. This incremental operator cannot appear on the left hand side of assignment. This is by itself the assignment statement. It does not have what is known as L value. Okay, then we can also think of I equal to k equal to I plus j. Will it be valid statement? 3 plus signs. Answer is no, because 3 consecutive plus signs does not mean anything. You can have, instead of this, you cannot have 3 consecutive plus like that, but you can have I plus space plus j. Fine. Possible. You can have I plus j. Possible. But that space has to be there. Without space, it will be meaningless. It will give you error. You will have to define whether it is I plus because there are 2 meanings out of it. So the next case that we have over here is, suppose I is initially 7 and j is initially 5, and if I write k equal to I plus 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 z, it's not valid, because there are two meanings out of it. Two valid things could be k equal to I plus 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 z, there is a space, and here k equal to I plus plus space plus z. If you have understood, then just tell me what is value of k here. Here 13. What is value of I? I 7, Z 6. Here what is value of K? Huh? 12. I said that before it will pick up the value, and after the use of that value it will increment. So I plus plus होने के कारण it will pick up 7 plus 5, 12 will be assigned, then I will be incremented. So here k is 12, I will become 8 when you go to the next statement, j will remain 5. Make a note. One of the interesting things that I always ask, it is printf %d I plus plus comma I comma plus plus I, and a routine question that I ask is what is the output. One of the most common questions at the BE campus interviews, the written test. No. 5, 6, 7. No. 5, 5, 6. No. 6, 6, 7. No. 6, 5, 5. No. 5, 6, 5, 6, 6. No. 4 तो कैसे होगा? It's not decrementing. Here I is 5, huh? 6, 5, 6. No. It is I plus plus comma I comma plus plus I. Five, 5, 5. No. Five, 6, 6 is no. It's already said. Try it. That's why I said no. Okay, it is a difficult. 666. How?
I plus plus. So
Huh.
it will be 6 first.
Huh.
And I. And then the last is plus plus I. So it will be first.
First increment and then consider the value. सोचो, ट्राई इट. इट्स अ सिंगल लाइन प्रोग्राम ना, 2 लाइन्स तो लिखना. एक इंट आई डिक्लेयर करो, असाइन सम वैल्यू, 2 लाइन का प्रोग्राम है, सीधा आउटपुट. That's why I said that it is a very risky operator that we have, plus plus. But if you use it effectively, I can write the programs like string length character s. I will have int I equal to 0. अगर समझ सको तो. Job is to find the length of the string. Job is of course to find the length of the string. So many things have been done over here. It says while s of I plus plus semicolon, खत्म. सब कुछ उसी में है. It is written I minus 1. There, are you getting it? I know that it is very difficult. No? Okay. Probably you can understand this. While s of I not equal to backslash 0, I plus plus. Is this okay with you? Is it okay with you? Okay, fine. Is this okay with you? Position of backslash 0 itself is the length. हमने वही देखा था last time. Why do you forget here? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So position of backslash 0 is the length. That is precisely what we do here. At backslash 0 position it will terminate, we return I. Over here, are you understanding the second part? No. Why? What is true in C? True. काय के लिए आते हो यार यहाँ पे? You are answering like you are sitting in Cummins and Sinhagad, not in Sile engineering. How do you say 1 यहाँ क्या अगर आपको ट्रू को 1 ही बोलना है तो काय के लिए आते हो फिर? We have wasted almost half an hour on that, saying that C defines only false as 0. Anything that is non-zero is true. So what is true in C? Anything which is not 0. Now backslash 0 by itself is 0. That is false. Now you are comparing that character with backslash 0. That means you are checking whether it is not equal to 0. But if that character itself is 0, means it is false. If it is not 0, means it is true. If the character at S of I position is backslash 0 means false. If the character is other than backslash 0 means non-zero means true. So why do I require one condition not equal to backslash 0? Instead of that, I can directly write it in this way. At one time you had asked me as how come you are writing it something like is upper. If is upper S of I, that is how I had written it long time back. And you said that you are not comparing it. Whereas it was quite readable. Is upper was returning true or false, that is non-zero or zero value. Now again, if I write it like this, if is upper of this is not equal to 0, means what? It's true. Every condition will result in a value which is 0 or non-zero, false or true. Now if you are writing a function which is returning true or false, that is non-zero or 0, in that case there is no need of comparing it with not equal to 0. क्योंकि अगर उसने 0 रिटर्न किया तो value of the condition is 0, that means false. And if it returns anything other than 0, which we normally return it as 1, it will be taken up as true. So instead of comparing it again, like even in the previous case I had written strcmp not equal to backslash 0. Instead of that I should have written strcmp s of I, s and high. Not equal to 0 से comparison करते ही नहीं हो. Because if that value is 0 means it is false. If value is not equal to 0, it is true. So at that time I had written it like this. So if it returns 0, that means if 0 means if false, bahar. If it returns non-zero, that means if non-zero, that means if true, true. In this, on the same lines, s of I not equal to backslash 0 लिखने के बजाय, while s of I is equally good. And if it is equally good, then even this should be acceptable. It says that consider the character at ith position if it is not equal to 0. Stay in the loop. But before coming back, I plus plus, so it will increment I. This and this are equivalent. Only thing is, when s of I is backslash 0, this will terminate. When s of I is backslash 0, this will also terminate, but it will increment I also. क्योंकि वो वहीं पे चला गया. इस केस में I increment नहीं होता. Because s of I is backslash 0, loop will terminate, I plus plus will not happen. Here it is being in the condition when s of I becomes backslash 0, while loop will be broken, but because it is I plus plus, I will get incremented, you will be one step ahead of backslash 0, I had to return I minus 1. On the same lines, you could actually write the functions like strcpy. One has to actually write C with this power, if you can. It is like while. Can you tell me what to write? While से तो अच्छा था, for लिखते. Okay, anyway, while s2 of I. one common question that I always ask, S1 of I equal to of S2 of I plus plus. What should I write? If I am to use plus plus here, I accept that you could have written it like S1 of I equal to S2 of I plus plus. This is well accepted code. इसमें क्या लिखा? इससे तो अच्छा है कि हम कुछ ऐसा लिखें, for I equal to 0, S2 of I S1 of I equal to S2 of I plus plus. Whether this will work, or for I equal to 0, S2 of I S1 of I plus plus equal to S2 of I, whether this will work. Both will not work. Both won't work. Only one of them will work. That too, in both the cases, I will have to copy \0 externally. Unless you try these things, you cannot improve your programming or C as such. नहीं होगा. I have not answered that printf. I am not going to answer this also. I know that इसमें \0 कॉपी नहीं होता. That is true. वो तो हम वैसे भी बाहर ही करते थे. फाइनली S1 स्ट्रिंग को क्लोज करने का काम. लेकिन कॉपिंग कैसे होता है यहाँ पर? कहीं ना कहीं तो कुछ गड़बड़ होगी. आइदर सेम पोजीशन पे कॉपी नहीं होंगे किसी एक में, and if you are to answer, you will have to give the reason how. If you are to say that first one will work, then you will have to justify. If you are saying that second one will work, you will have to justify. If not, try it and tell me which one is working, and then reason it out.
So the first one will work. So I is 0, S of I, S2 of I, that means S2, the first is not equal to \0.
Huh.
Condition will be checked over there.
Huh.
The second part. The third part, S1 of I, that means that the 0th position, the 0th.
My dear Nikhil, assignment I suppose is evaluated from right to left. You will go on the right hand side, you will pick up the character at ith position,
Yes, sir.
then I will increment and you will come to the left hand side. By that time I is incremented by 1. Never mind, if you would have answered the second one, I had a contradiction for that also. But I have a justification. What I said, you cannot deny my statement. But one of them works, other will not. And I am not yet saying that his answer is wrong, because if he would have given the second answer, I will even contradict that and prove that even that is wrong. But I still say that one of them is true.
So before that we had written a program, it was like k equal to plus plus I. So it will be increment and then the I.
Plus plus I was there. Here it is I plus plus.
So it will be incremented and then the value will go.
Plus plus I may it will first increment and then it will be
So
copied.
then like k is equal to I plus plus and then plus j bit. So it will be the I ki value.
Original value will be taken. Yeah.
So it's the same thing. So
Yeah, but original value will be taken.
in the second location of the
My question is whether assignment statement works from right to left or not. Yes. So whether you will be jumping to the right hand side or not. Yes. So at that time when you pick up the character at position I, fine, you have picked up the correct character. But after that I will be incremented. By the time you reach left hand side, I is already one step ahead.
So the second part then you are picking up the right point and then putting
I am picking up at the right point.
putting it at the right point.
I am going here.
Yes, sir.
I am storing it and then incrementing I. Okay, so I am justifying it, and then probably this may not work, because I can say that though it is assignment statement, array reference will be worked out from left to right. It will calculate this address first, will go here and will pick up the next character. I can justify both of them, I can contradict both of them. You tell me which is the correct one, जो कि मशीन के सिवा आप नहीं बता पाओगे. So that's why plus plus operator, if it is used effectively, one of the best thing that one can write. Interesting thing is nobody can copy your code इसके बाद, क्योंकि हर एक को ये हर एक के बस की बात नहीं है. If you show code like this in your college, probably your teachers, at least most of them, won't understand whether this will work or not. Next job. Switch case statement. And the job is accept n and print it in words. Take one number n and print it in words. Like if the number is 127, you should print it as 127. This is the job. And now that we have studied even arrays, so I want you to make the use of arrays also into this, so that our job will be simpler. We know that under any circumstances the given number cannot be more than 5 digits because of the limitations of integers. Okay, so we will restrict ourselves to integers. Maximum number that could be printed is 32,767. If it is signed integer. Unsigned integer, it will be 65,000. कितना? हाँ, unsigned में कितनी रे निखिल? 65,535. Six five five three five. Got the job? I am going to write some code, you will have to explain it to me. I equal to 0 while n, a of I equal to n% n equal to n/10 I plus plus. How will it work? So we have some array, we have number n, say 4 1 2 7. We have I, which is initially 0. How will it work, Niranjan? Just tell me the meaning of while n.
So if n is not 0.
Yeah. While n means while n is true. While n is true means while n is non-zero. That means while n is not equal to 0 is the condition. Okay. Next, Pooja. Next statement. What is percent operator? Huh? Percent operator, remainder. How much is the remainder in this case? n% n. Remainder म्हणजे बाकी. हाँ किती? 7. Where will it be stored, Pooja? Huh? 0. 7. Next person, Rudula, what is the meaning of n equal to n/10? Quotient, what will be value of n? Four, 1, 2. Remember that this statement, now as we have considered plus plus also, this can also be written as n/equal to 10. Has the same meaning. Instead of repeating the first operand, n/equal to 10 means n equal to n/10. It's one and the same meaning. Okay, so n becomes 4, 1, 2. Next person, I will be incremented 1. Next, we come back to check the condition. Is it true? Why? Not equal to 0. Next, 2. Which position? Position 1. Then it becomes 41. I becomes 2. It will store 1. This becomes 4. This becomes 3. We store 4. This becomes 0. This becomes 4. N is 0, that is false. We terminate. When we come out over here, I am going to say m equal to I. What does it mean? M means number of digits that I have. 4. Okay? Right? Now, after that what should I do? I have separated the digits. I have separated the digits. And I know that this is 10th position, this is 100th position, this is 1000th position. Actually, these are the position itself is power of 10. Is it not? That is the advantage of using this array. Position over here acts as the value. If you just print it, see, if I just go for a loop for I equal to m minus 1, I greater than or equal to 0, I equal to I अब आई प्लस प्लस लिख सकते हैं हम, हाँ आई माइनस 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 माइनस, हाँ दैट मीन्स आई एम कमिंग फ्रॉम दिस डायरेक्शन. I am expecting the output as 4000 plus 100 plus 20 plus 7. Can you give me this output? जो पोजीशन है उतने जीरोस लिखने आगे. चलो, हर नंबर को लिखना है और जो पोजीशन होगी उतने जीरोस लिखते जाना. कहाँ हमें तो नहीं आता वो रेस टू, इसलिए मैंने और सिंपल करके बताया. इनिशियली यू आर प्रिंटिंग वैल्यू एट पोजीशन 3, प्रिंट दैट वैल्यू और जो पोजीशन है उतने जीरोस प्रिंट करो. That would be much easier. You can say %d a of I, correct? So 4 will be printed. Okay. Now I will use one more loop for j equal to 0, j less than I, j plus plus, printf 0. Will it work? So it will print, पहले तो m is 3, 1 2 3 zeros, फिर आपको प्लस प्रिंट करना है, प्लस. So plus will be printed. When you execute this loop, next time I will become 2. It will print a of 2, that is 1. This loop will go from 0 to 2, that means 2 zeros will be printed, plus will be printed, I is decremented, becomes 1. It will print a of 1, that is 2, will print only 1 0, will print plus, and will go back, will print 7, no 0 will be printed, क्योंकि 0 to 0, it won't be there, but plus sign will be printed, and we don't want that plus. इसके बाद प्लस नहीं लिखना. So what do? We change this to greater than or equal to 1, and after that I say printf %d \n a of I. Is it okay? To get this output. Is it okay with everyone?